centuries have you plagued me, Ella? Seems like forever. Do you remember the Civil War? Good times. Great times. And the Pharaoh's palace. You nearly had me there. You know, I still can't stand the sight of sand. I'll almost miss you, you know. Almost.
So you're gonna grass on her?
It's called a psychiatric evaluation, Leon. We're here to give any information that might be helpful.
Yeah. It's called grassing.
If you're so worked up about it, what are you doing here?
Don't really have much of a choice, do I? Grass or get expelled for drugs? Thank you, Father Jez.
Jez knows what he's doing. And he wants what's best for Ella.
You've done well, Romeo.
It's been a pleasure. I hate this one. The mere sight of her makes my stomach turn.
Why don't you go and see how Tyrole's doing? Ramil has no taste for the finer things. He's never appreciated your qualities. I will miss you, Ella. The coals will not leap at thy command, witch. Thy efforts are in vain. Hypericum perforatum, the water St. John, nullifies thy power, girl. Thy witchcraft. Your pleasing shape has tempted the weak and the lustful, tempting them to the bosom of devilry. And you are pleasing, my girl. But I'm not pleased. I'm righteous. A pillar of righteousness. Help me to help thyself. Use my strength, girl. Make it thine own, and the path to redemption will be open to you. Confess. Expel the evil within thee, free thyself. Join me on the path to redemption.
For I cannot save thee. Confess, thou shalt be damned.
Well, that's all I can do for now. Should at least stabilize her mood.
Okay, Ella. Now you tell us what you think is wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with me. Apart from being poisoned by him. That pathetic creature of Satan.
David, I have a colleague at the hospital. He's rather better versed in these situations. I think I should call him.
Yeah. Why don't you do that, slaphead?
Ella, you have to help us help you. I know this is difficult for you, but admitting you have a problem is the first step to recovery.
Yeah. I get it. Either I admit I have a problem and commit myself to the funny farm, or I don't and you do it for me, right?
It's not like that, Ella.
Listen to me. I will not. I will not confess!
Let me put the matter to thee plainly, girl. Confess to the witchery of which thee stand accused, and the court shall show you the mercy of perpetual imprisonment. Confess not, and thy sinner's flesh shall be burnt until thou art not but ashes. Do thee understand? So be it. Perhaps this shall give thy tongue life.
Dr. Wilkinson.
The same.
David Terrell, thank you for coming so quickly.
Quite a place you have here. Reminds me of somewhere where I used to work.
Really? What, another school?
A lunatic asylum, actually.
This is Father Jez Harriet.
Hello.
Roxanne Leon with them.
Can I see her, please?
Of course.
And she's been like this for an hour or so?
About that, yes.
Good. The sedative should be effective a while longer. What's that smell, by the way?
Oh, St. John's Wort.
Ah.
Is that a problem?
No, not a problem. Perfectly harmless. Perfectly useless. Right. I'd like to see some of her friends, if I may.
Right.
As friends of Ella's, I realize this must be very upsetting for you. However, it is my job to assess Ella's mental state and to recommend treatment, if treatment is indeed needed. My assessment will depend partly on an interview with Ella and partly on any information you may wish to share with me now. David has given me to understand that you might be willing to share some information with me. Roxanne, if I might start with you. I take it you are a friend of Ella's?
Yes, sir, I am. I was.
There is no malice in your deposition. They wish her no harm.
I only wish that she would be herself again.
That is indeed all a friend would wish. And you saw the accused, your friend, conversing with space. She conversed with an invisible entity.
Yes, sir. I cannot explain it.
This was no mere space, no invisible entity. This was her familiar, the incubus, a diabolical parasite.
And you're quite sure that no one was there?
I'm sure.
What were you doing, spying on her?
No, of course not.
Let's leave that to one side for now, shall we? What Roxanne has described is by no means unusual. An individual who, for whatever reason, feels excluded from a group often creates, if you will, an imaginary friend, an ally, who they believe they can depend on.
You were led into a wood.
Yes, sir. The woods, sir. The woods beyond the village, sir.
You felt moved by a strange power, a force beyond your control.
Well, sir...
You were bound to a tree. The accused incanted words you did not understand.
I've never heard the like, sir. Not in these parts.
You were stripped naked.